Welcome to Bryce Canyon National Park.
I started this trip by backpacking the Under the Rim Trail. It is a 23-mile point-to-point trail starting at Rainbow Point in the south to Bryce Point in the north with almost 5,000 feet of elevation gain. It is by far the longest trail in the park. While Bryce does offer park buses, the park buses do not go down to Rainbow Point. Unless you have two cars, you must secure a private shuttle company. I hired Bryce Canyon Scenic Tours. For $32, they picked me up at the visitor center and drove me down to Rainbow Point Trailhead where I started my backpack. This is Bryce's premier backpacking route that follows the foot of the Pink Cliffs through the southern reaches of the park. The hoodoos and cliffs along this trail are less spectacular than those in the heavily traveled northern reaches of the park, but you could experience solitude on this trail, which is a rarity. To backpack this trail, a backcountry permit and a bear canister are required. The bear canister is provided by the visitor center.
Under the Rim Trail, Bryce, 23 miles. Let's get it. Excited. They're calling for snow tonight and thunderstorms. And high lows in the mid 20s to low 20s. So, yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun. 22.9 miles, 5,500 feet of elevation gain. Here. And I am camping somewhere in here, I think. And then finishing up there. So, shuttle driver said there was a control burn in this area that got out of control with some 50-mile-per-hour gusts. So I'm wondering, he mentioned it further back. You can definitely see here too a lot of evidence of burn damage. It feels like it's pretty recent in terms of years, not decades. So yeah, anyways, over now. And so yeah, it's going to rain, snow tonight in high Canyonland country. So that's going to be interesting.
What do you mean? What do you mean? What do you mean?
They have afternoon thunderstorms with lows getting down to the 20s. So I definitely want to set up and be in my sleeping bag before any of that nonsense starts. As you can tell, I'm in shorts and a t-shirt. Still feels good right now. Crazy to think it's going to get that low. But just look at where I am. God, being retired is amazing. Alright, over now. They say there's a decent amount of bears in Bryce. Not a lot, but they're not rare. And initially I thought, how? It's a canyon. But looking at this plateau after the canyons, I can see it now. There's a lot of trees. And yeah, another thing I noticed is when you compare it to arches and Canyonlands and Capitol Reef, you definitely feel like you're somewhere new and different. You still have the red rocks, absolutely. You're still on the Colorado Plateau, that's true. But you're higher elevation than any of those two places. And it feels like you have different ecological zones. You definitely see some different types of trees, some fir, spruce. Almost gives you quite like a subalpine feel, but not quite. You're above tree line a lot of the time. And yeah, whether it's this place gets more water or this place is higher elevation so it doesn't get as hot, definitely feels like you're in a different place. Or a combination of both. Who knows what the actual reason is? That's just my speculation. But you definitely feel like you're in a different place compared to the other 3 national parks I've done in Utah. How cool is this place? So I come about 4.5 miles. I'll do another half mile and take a little break. I've been doing about a 2.4 mile per hour pace. Which isn't, I guess, too bad for all the stopping and pictures and video I've been taking and just enjoying the trail. But I think it's time for a meal. Well, not a meal, but a snack, break, and some water. Because I'm starting to get parched. Because it's so cold, I don't feel like I need water. But I definitely do. So half a mile, break time. Not going a lot, guys. That 11 point something miles left me tired. You know, it might also be the fact that I've been up since, I don't know, 8 o'clock my time. So I've been up for 36 hours. Yep, 36 hours with virtually no sleep. I was thinking about bringing a Tylenol PM to sleep well tonight, but if I can't sleep well after 36 hours of no sleep and almost 12 miles of hiking where I feel beat up, I got bigger problems. So yeah, today, day one, was hard but beautiful. My first day hiking usually is not the best. I'm not the strongest. So yeah, I think I'm going to bed right now. 4 p.m. local time, 6 p.m. my time. I don't care about a sunset. I got bigger fish to fry. Oh, another note, I forgot my spoon again. So no dinner.
Emotional, damn it!
Successful first day. So tomorrow I got 11-12 miles hike out of here.
And tell you this one. Yeah. Shanice.
Yeah?
Your mouth is moving a lot like a rat. Yappa, 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 yappa. Shut it, please.
Anyways, day one was good. I'm out of here. Good morning from day two at Bryce Canyon National Park. I camped out at Swamp Campground. And it was a really nice, quiet campground at about 8,000 feet of elevation. I was so tired from not sleeping and all the hiking that I kind of just went to bed. This morning, it rained. It did not snow, as you can see. I was not lucky enough to get covered with snow, but it did rain last night. So my gear, my tent's kind of wet, but everything else is dry, so that's all that matters. And it was sleeting this morning, just a little while ago, which is crazy because I'm still in shorts and a t-shirt, so it can't be that cold. But yeah, looks like a really foggy, gloomy day. Probably off and on rain throughout the day, I'm guessing. But I have 12-ish miles to do. 12 onwards. Holy crap, look at this view. That canyon below is deep. I hear the water. And recently there were 2 deaths here. I don't know if that's the exact spot, but in Bryce, by going too close to a canyon. So you could go down there, but I think I'm gonna be wise this time. One of the few times I'm wise, and just take the view from here. Oh, my campground was up there somewhere. Cool. A beautiful spot. I don't know if you can see it in the video. I think you can. It's sleeting again. And I prefer sleet to rain. Let it sleet. It stings a little bit since I don't have a jacket on, but rain will stick to you a lot more than sleet does. I imagine it's going to be like this most of the day. Well, seems like we're done with the rain and the sleet, and the sun's out, breaking through some pretty dense clouds still. So yeah, fun times. I imagine it's gonna start getting hotter, which is not something I'm looking forward to. I much like the cold. All right. Rim trail. So I've come about 2.7-ish. A little more, and under the rim trail continues this way, about 4.2 to Yellow Creek campsite. I'll probably have my first break in a mile or two, is my guess, around the 5-mile marker. It'll be about a little over 2 hours of hiking. Sounds like a good place to get some water. Drink some water, because it's already, when I climb, I was already sweating. So yeah, get some water, get a little bit of weight off my back too. Won't complain about that. And just find a nice little view and enjoy it. Wow. Just wow. This place is crazy. looks like a little bit of rain is back, but then you still have blue skies, so hopefully it's quickly passing. See, a little bit of blue skies. Gets darker and darker and darker. Oh well.
Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
By my math, I'm probably 5 to 6 miles from the end of the trail. And then, since everything's about to die, my phone's on 5%. My GoPro's on maybe 25. I'll probably take the shuttle back to my car, charge my phone a little bit, and then come back and do the rim trail. That's gonna be the plan. Alright, over and out. This is Hat Top. You have harder rock on top of softer sedimentary rock. So the harder rock doesn't erode, so everything around the hard rock erodes, but these little spires or hoodoos. God, it's beautiful.
After finishing the almost 13-mile backpack, I decided to drive the 18-mile Scenic drive through the park. The Scenic drive has several pullouts / short hikes as it traverses the park. Starting at the south portion of the Scenic Road, I saw Rainbow Point, Yovimpa Point, Black Birch Canyon, Ponderosa Canyon, Agua Canyon, Natural Bridge, Fairview Point, Piracy Point, Paria Point, Bryce Point, Inspiration Point, and Sunset Point, among others.
You see through it, Stace? Did you see through that one over there? I haven't gone over there.
This is Paria Viewpoint. Hiking towards Sunset Point from Inspiration Point.
The Fairyland Loop Trail is perhaps the best hike in Bryce Canyon National Park. This trail can be accessed by the Fairyland Trailhead or Sunrise Trailhead in the north of the park. Fairyland Loop Trail is an incredibly scenic 8-mile trail that is known for its unique hoodoo formations and panoramic views. The trail offers a diverse experience combining sections of the rim trail, which traverse along the plateau, with a descent into a canyon among the vibrant hoodoos. You'll see formations like Tower Bridge and China Wall and enjoy long views of Bryce Amphitheater. Although still crowded, Fairyland Trail is less crowded than the shorter hikes in Bryce Amphitheater like the famous Navajo/Queen's Garden Loop. I started this hike early in the morning and only saw larger crowds towards the end of my hike. I suggest this hike as an early morning hike. This is an absolute must-do in Bryce Canyon. For the next 9 minutes, I'm just going to let the trail and the video do the talking.
Look at this view. I'll be hiking down there eventually. Right now, it's like climbing. Is that the windows? Just look at this though. Wow, wow, wow. Holy shit. Wow. This trail, by far the best trail I've done in a national park. In this national park. Holy crap. And I've seen like 3 people. The early bird gets the worm, I guess. I'm sure in about an hour or 2 people will start flocking to this place.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
Because it's 8 miles, so difficult but not impossible for even average hikers. Only 2,000 feet of elevation gain, so not that difficult. And it's just stunningly beautiful. Holy crap. So in my mind, when I compare Bryce and Arches, Bryce feels bigger. Probably because there's more trails, so you could get deeper into the backcountry. Whereas in Arches, you only have 21 miles of trails, and the longest is 7 miles, 7 or 8. You never feel like you get, other than the Devil's Garden hike, you never feel like you get away from people. Despite having 1 million more people than Arches, I am alone in this magical wonderland. .200 yards, so Fairyland Trail continues up that way, but 200 yards to a bridge, say less. Let's go. Let's go. Arch Bridge. There's a trail right there in the distance. going. And I'm in shorts. Made for this. Here's an example of a hat. You have the harder rock on top and the more brittle rock below, and it starts whittling away. Got a little arch right there, and eventually this will fall down. Until then, you got spires and hoodoos and pinnacles everywhere you look. I'm making a climb up fairy tale. Just a little steep here. Nothing too bad.
Wait a minute!
So that was a f***ing lie.
I've been able to power up through most of it. So I imagine I'm 0.3, 0.4 from the road in the trailhead. So it's almost done. Maybe 200 more feet of elevation gain.
The Rig Springs Loop Trail is a 9-mile loop trail that shows a different side to Bryce Canyon National Park. The trail begins and ends at Rainbow Point. Unlike some of the more famous trails in Bryce Canyon that focus on the hoodoos, the Rig Spring Loop Trail primarily traverses dense forests of spruce, fir, Bristol cone pine, and ponderosa pine. Additionally, you will also find quaking aspen groves along the trail. This trail offers a cooler, quieter experience and a welcome change from the more exposed rim trails. While direct hoodoo views are less frequent, the trail offers beautiful vistas of distant pink cliffs and the vast landscapes of the Grand Staircase Escalante National Monument to the south and east. This trail is heavily impacted by the Riggs and Lonely Fires of 2018, as you will see in the video. Here, the forest is the star of the show.
Doing the Rig Spring Trail. It's about 9 miles, 2,000 feet of elevation gain. A lot of signs of fire damage here, unfortunately. I'm going to ask the park ranger how long ago the fire was, and I'll put it somewhere down here in the video. So this loop is basically 9 miles. 5.5 of it is straight downhill. And then 4.5 of it, or 3.5 of it, is straight uphill. So easy hiking, and decided to do the gradual downhill and the steep uphill, just because I'd rather get it over with quickly. But I mean, I like gradual downhills. I hike faster on those than I do steep downhills. And I'd rather climb uphill steeply for a short distance than over a long distance. I might come to regret that later, but let's see. Can only find out after we try it. Alright guys, I am about 5.25 miles in. Just passed Riggs campground. And now we start the big climb. About 2,000 feet. Alright, I'm about 6.6 miles in. Just had some water. About a third of the way up on the climb. I'm greeted with these views. This is not going to be an easy climb. I'm going to have to divide it into thirds. Maybe even quarters.
I don't think you have the facilities for that, big man.
Let's go a half a mile and see how I feel.
The Figure 8 Loop Trail in Bryce Canyon National Park is a highly rewarding hike that combines three popular trails, the Navajo Trail, the Peekaaboo Trail, and the Queen's Garden Trail. This combination creates a figure 8 shape as it descends into the stunning Bryce Amphitheater and winds among the park's iconic hoodoos. This hike offers a comprehensive experience of Bryce Canyon's unique geology, allowing you to see the hoodoos from various perspectives, from above, among them, and from below. This is perhaps the second best hike in Bryce Canyon National Park. However, get here early because it is very popular.
Alright, I am on sunrise, or no, sunset point. About to start the Navajo Loop. Got to see sunrise at Inspiration Point, and it was cold, cold, cold. 29 degrees.
Is it cold?
No, it's not cold.
Are you cold?
No, I'm not cold.
You're not cold?
No,
You want to get out?
no,
Are you cold?
no, no,
You're not cold?
no.
Are you sure?
I'm frozen.
Ouch. Alright, let's get to it. It's at least above freezing now, so it's nice and warm.
The lie detector determined that was a lie.
I'm pretty sure pretty soon I'm going to be taking off this jacket. So this is my second to last hike in the park. My last day. After this, I got to drive to Zion. So maybe I'm going to do a ranger program before I leave too at 11. I got to find out where it is though. So let's get to it.
Get here as early as you can because in an hour or two after sunrise, this place became a zoo. Absolutely must do hike in the morning. Otherwise, I would skip if you want solitude.
I think that right there is Thor's hammer. Wow. Huh. It must be Peekaaboo Arch. Peekaaboo. So Bryce Canyon National Park has a horse-only trail, and then Peekaaboo Loop, which is a 3-mile loop, is a horse and hiker trail. So if you see poop along the way, that is why. If you want to, you can do this trail on horseback. I think it's only like $100. I am taking the smell the roses approach to this hike. As long as I finish before 11, I'm good. Fairyland, I was hiking quickly. I did it in like 2 hours, less than 3 hours for the 8 miles. It was just like a cruisy hike that, and you felt like you were always above. It felt like you were always above tree line, so you could just walk and enjoy. But here you're in it, so I feel like I take more time to really enjoy it. Holy crap, guys. Place is so cool. Alright, Fairyland has some competition. I can't make up my mind which is better so far. I think right now Fairyland has the edge, but I haven't finished this trail just yet. So, let's see. I don't know if it comes off on the video. The amount of colors and layers in those rocks is insane. The white, the gray, the pink, the orange, tiny bit of green here and there. Oh, that might be plants. It really is a layer cake.
Where did you come from there? Yes, we did. Oh, okay. So when did it?
Mossy Cave Trail is a bit of a misnomer because there's no real cave here. Instead, this hike is beautiful because it follows Tropic Ditch, which is an historic irrigation canal carved by Mormon pioneers in the early 1890s. It diverts water from the East Fork of the Sevier River into Water Canyon, eventually reaching the town of Tropic. This ditch significantly impacted the geology of Water Canyon, transforming its appearance and erosion patterns. There is a beautiful waterfall here.